Grief shakes some of our core beliefs. One such thing which happened to me is I was an atheist for almost a decade, but then I got to move to spirituality. I want to share that story with you, but before that, what I'm going to say is my own personal experience. When that incident happened, I was just shaken and my mind couldn't process what happened, and there were more questions unanswered, and I didn't have anyone in real life to go and just ask these questions. Not only ask these questions, like let alone face someone. I was not able to do that, so I thought, okay. Naturally, I gravitated towards YouTube where I found mock videos answering some live questions. I am a person who thinks that I can take charge of my life. Everything is under control. But when this happened, I realized there are some things in our life which happens out of our control. Even though if we are trying our best to control it, we are not capable to do it. It makes me remind of my one line from a book in Ballo, that's if you try to control the things which you can't control, then you will lose control over things which you can control. It's one of my favorite lines from Never Been a Loved One. If you've not read it, I'll just add the link in the description. So I just saw those videos to find answer to my questions. Whether it was answered, not entirely, but whether I got a direction, of course, yes. My spiritual journey was started. Not only that, my spiritual journey not only started because of grieving, it also started because of another one thing. I saw a prayer answered before my eyes. Where like not even 1% chance of that prayer being answered, but it got answered, and I was like literally shocked. How come this is possible? So that is something beyond us, just capable of making stuff which we can't imagine, and that also just fueled my spiritual journey. And saying about prayers, I remember one incident when I was following atheism. We went to collect our hall tickets. Our hostel can be all of us went, and then after collecting the hall ticket, as usual, my friends went to temple because it's on the way, and everybody went to the temple. But I didn't go even inside. I just stood outside, and there were nearly more than 15 people who went into the temple, and at that moment, not even 1% I questioned my choice. Really, not even 1%. I was that strong. After my friends got to know that I just confessed to only one of my friends that I started my spiritual journey because I didn't say it to anyone. Like, I didn't say it out there because I was known as the girl who don't follow God and who don't just follow all these things, and I don't want to just come out just like that because first of all I didn't want to answer their questions, so I just confessed to only to that person, and that person said that I was shocked literally when you said that because you were not against God. Yeah, I was not against the belief of others. Even while I was following atheism, it was just my own preference. Like I said in the starting of this, I said, like, I will not interfere your perspective, and that's the person in real life too. So that person said that people who are saying that God is not there, God is not there, they at least believe internally that God exists. But people are not at all caring about that. There are slight chances of they agreeing with that and just moving towards all such things, and that's why I'm surprised while you said it. And I was like, yeah, I never just got the doubt itself. And the whole atheism journey, how it started, it's a very funny thing. While now I'm thinking it's so funny, but back then it meant the world to me. My board results were out, and I secured mark which I didn't expect, and my friends, whom I know didn't work hard like I did, but secured more than me actually. So at that moment, I was questioning what's the value of effort and all such things. Is it only luck, or is it what's the whole value of that ideology that if you work hard you will gain your results. And I also had influence of one person who was a close person to me, and because of that influence I just moved to atheism. And at that tender age I can't blame on myself too, because we get influenced easily, and I can't put this entire thing on that person alone. But I was so vulnerable by being broke about my own marks. I can't say the marks, I could say my own effort, because I just worked very hard, but I didn't get the result what I wanted. The fun part was later I understood that because of not getting the results I want to, I excelled at my next board. Maybe that's what the entire universe tried to do, just kindle my entire potential. That is another reason why I didn't share my own spiritual journey to my friends, because they were more religious person, and I got to understand that spirituality and religious thing are not the same. They are intertwined, but they're not entirely the same. I got to know and understand only that I'm a religious person but a spiritual person. So, and I'm ready to make that change also, but on my own terms. Now I have the understanding that I may change to a religious person also based on the events which happens in my life. And that's how grief just, it just shakes our core beliefs, and then we just regain a different shape. Person who's grieving will come out of it in a whole another shape. Most of the time it would be positive, and it would be negative also. So thankfully, one thing which positive happened out of this grief, like I could say two things, is one, my author journey, and another one is my spiritual journey. I just want to share it with you. If you are going through grief, 100% of chance that you will come out of it in a whole different way than you thought you're going to be. So embark on your journey. Let me know what journey you just started in the comments.